Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and we've all had those teammates that have been useless, terrible, brain dead, annoying.
Hey, that's a perfect description of me.
So what do? You fall in love with them, regret your decision, and hate your life forever.
Please?
Well, falling in love can take a long time, but switching on to a different hero to make your Overwatch game just a little bit better can only take a few seconds. And that's exactly what this video is going to be talking about. It's talking about the best heroes to play when your team is useless. That was probably the worst intro to introduce this video, but what other way could I have introduced the idea? Now, in the past, I have made videos talking about the best team carry heroes or the best solo queue heroes, but the difference in this video is that we are going to assume that your team is completely useless. They will not be helping you in any sort of way, whether it's ult combinations, whether it's pocketing you, like nothing. You are by yourself, it's a 1v6. Now, not literally it's a 1v6. I'm not saying if you follow this video that if you are in a 1v6 situation that you're going to win, but it's figuratively, because while it's a lot harder, there are still some ways that you can win the game if you maybe just possibly make a smart switch. And the way that I'm going to be doing this is that I'm going to be picking 3 heroes all from the 3 respected categories: a tank, a DPS, and a support hero. That way, if you main support that, maybe you can switch on to a different hero if your team is literally dog doo-doo, but you know, in some categories of heroes, it's a little bit easier to carry when your team is useless compared to other categories, but it's still somewhat possible. But even though I do only want to pick 3 heroes, I will be picking a 4th secret option for you to switch on when your team is useless, just so that I don't get any comments trying to start an argument with me, even though I'm trying to help you. And the 4th hero is that you want to play the hero that you're best with, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be picking heroes that you probably don't know how to play. So why am I gonna be suggesting you a hero that you not only don't know how to play, but that you maybe don't want to play in general? If you truly believe that you can carry on your main, whether it is a team-oriented hero or not, then just keep playing that hero. Whether it's a hero like Zarya or Sombra, heroes that are best utilized in a team-organized fashion, if you truly are the #1 Sombra player, then just keep doing what you're doing. Like, I'm not trying to change your playstyle. But if you're a tank player and Zarya isn't working out and Reinhardt isn't working out, then what is the best hero to try to play when your team is absolutely brain dead, i.e. me? Well, I think the best hero in this kind of scenario that you want to try to play is ROADHOG. I always say the best way to win an Overwatch game is just to simply get kills. Now, I know kills aren't everything, but god dang, if you get 3 kills by yourself as a hero, not just as ROADHOG, but just as any hero, don't you think you're bound to win the team fight? Now, who is the best hero that can not only secure kills, but secure kills fast and by himself? And when you start to think like that, ROADHOG seems like the best candidate. But that's the thing though, is that he's the best. He's not the only candidate, because someone like Winston could easily dive the back line, like on a Widowmaker or HANZO or an enemy Zenyatta. But at least the way that I see it diving Winston, he needs a support. Whether it is literally a support, or maybe it's a diving diva with defense matrix to help protect him. Like, so many people can swarm you as Winston, but when it comes to ROADHOG, you can kind of just chill in the back line and pick someone, anyone that you see fit as your hook. And then if you're good enough, well, you are good enough, because we're assuming you're a god tier player, then you're gonna be able to get the soldier, the HANZO, maybe even secure another tank kill on like an Orisa or something. Even more so now, since you can shred Orisa's shield, and especially with ROADHOG. When it comes to a dive, you need coordination, you need teammates. But you don't have that in this useless scenario. And when you play someone like Reinhardt or Orisa, you're there to protect your DPS, but your DPS is useless. They're not getting kills, and that's the whole point of this video, and that's the whole reason why I'm picking ROADHOG. Again, they're still great heroes. I don't want you to twist this video and think that I'm trying to say that your hero is useless in this scenario. That's why I start out this video by saying, keep playing your Reinhardt, keep playing your Zarya, but if you want quick, fast, easy kills by yourself that you don't need anybody help with, then play the ROADHOG. And if it isn't obvious already, you have your own pocket healer in the form of your ability. If your healers are not healing you and it's because you've been spamming I need healing the whole entire game, i.e. me again, then you don't have to worry about it, because you can live on your own ability and health packs. It's gonna be a hard knock life for you as a ROADHOG player, but it's possible. You might have to go rogue. I'm not saying you need to go rogue. I'm not saying you need to flank, but if you have enough confidence in yourself, then maybe you can flank, get a cheeky hook on an Ana, and then run back, and then maybe hook the Zenyatta, and you'll be good to go, fam. But now it's time to talk about the best DPS here to use. DPS. What do you want to try to play when your tanks and support line are not helping you try to secure that W? Well, you might be surprised by this pick because I hate on this hero so many times, but I hate on this hero because he is so good. HANZO. Just use HANZO when your team isn't helping. Now, even though I'm saying for this whole entire video that these heroes aren't like set in stone, I'm not saying you need to change your playstyle, but especially when it comes to HANZO, he is definitely not the only carry or only hero they want to try to play when your team isn't helping, because there's someone like Widowmaker that can get tons of insta kills because you're probably a god tier Widowmaker player, but if the enemy team is better than you, then they can just coordinate and dive you and kill you with like a Winston or Diva. But in the case of HANZO, the reason why I like him more than Widowmaker is that you're not only able to get instant kills on squishies, on the support line, which still are squishies, but even dive tanks like a Winston or a Hammond or a Diva because of your Storm Arrow. That's why this is gonna sound so weird, but that's why I love HANZO in this scenario, but that's also why I hate HANZO, because you can kill everyone and you don't even need help from your team. Like, sure, it's beneficial to have a Pocket Mercy, especially if you're popping off, but again, your team's brain dead. They're not gonna realize that you're the god tier player that's carrying them all the way to victory and eventually to top 500, and your tank line isn't gonna switch to a Zarya because they recognize how powerful Dragons and Zarya Grav is. But at least when you do have your ultimate, again, since you are a god tier HANZO player, or assuming that you're just at least a god tier DPS player, you're gonna be able to use your dragon with or without a Zarya Grab and secure at least 1 or 2 kills with that. And with the added mobility with HANZO's leap and his wall climb ability, you can live off health packs if your support line isn't helping you. Now, that's not ideal. Don't think for a second that I'm thinking that that is the kind of playstyle that you should be seeking out, because no, you're not really all that fast with HANZO. You're not faster than a Tracer, you're not really all that fast compared to even say a Reaper, but it's at least probable. You can easily climb to a vantage point where the enemy team might not even be able to touch you, and if they were to touch you, you can just leap on out of there and still try to kill them with your Storm Arrow and your high DPS output. And since you're a god tier DPS player, this really shouldn't be an issue for you. And again, it was very hard to pick the hero for this category because there's someone like Soldier who also has a pocket healer in the form of his heal pod and even has more faster mobility where he can live off health packs more efficiently. But I just feel like you can't kill tanks fast enough when compared to someone like HANZO with that Storm Arrow. Plus those dragons, oh my, they're just so good, man. Tactical Visor, it's good in itself, but I'll take a Dragons versus Attack Visor any day. But again, that's not saying that you can't play Soldier, or even Tracer, or Ashe, or McCree. There are tons of carry heroes in that category, but if you want a new hero, try out HANZO, even though I hate him. But when we move on to support and talking about the best hero to use when your team is complete booty, this one, it's so hard because it's in the name, support. You are supporting, well, in this case, booty. Well, that'd be a nice thing to support now, wouldn't it? You're supporting trash at the end of the day, and it might be hard to win if that's the case, but it's still possible. Now, with me, probably isn't, as you can see with my SR, but maybe with you, an actual good support player, this could be possible. So, who is the best support hero? I went with Ana, man. And I know there's a large majority of Mercy players that watch me, but I feel like they can vouch for me when saying that playing Mercy while supporting trash is not the most ideal situation. I mean, it's not the most ideal situation to be supporting trash in general, but I feel like when you play Ana, you can have a little bit more impact, not only based on how the game is built, but also how support is built too. You can only heal a bot for so long, so you have to take matters into your own hands and start sniping the enemy team by yourself. Now, I said before, and I will still say it to this day, your role as on it is not to get kills. You should be trying to support your team. Guess what? You're supporting a trash can. So take what you can give when it comes to my videos, man. You have ability to kill, you have an ability to heal, which isn't that much because you're healing donkeys, but you have an ability to position yourself far away from danger. When you're playing Mercy, when you're playing Lucio, you have to play with your donkey teammates. But Ana, if your team's being donkeys, I mean, yeah, you're probably going to lose the game because your team's a bunch of donkeys, but at least that way you can take your god supportness and try to put all your energy into them and maybe sleep the ulting Genji that's trying to do a cheeky flank and then kill him all by yourself. That's what you want to try to do with Ana, and that's what you can do with Ana because, again, you're a god support player or just a god Overwatch player, and you made the smart choice to switch onto Ana to defend yourself, kill by yourself, and also heal your donkey teammates that's just eventually going to die. But, I mean, you can make the process slow down a little bit by just trying to ult your ulting ROADHOG or ulting Reinhardt. Again, when making this video, it was very hard because I don't don't want to give you this false sense of hope that if you switch on to Ana, HANZO, or ROADHOG that you're automatically going to win the game, but what I am saying is if you want to have the most impact while your team isn't going to do anything, this might help. With my channel, I just try to give you as much tools at your disposal to make your Overwatch experience a little bit better in all types of scenarios, because I know some people aren't able to play with friends, so that's why I made a video talking about the best solo queue heroes. I know not everyone can afford a scuff, so I made a whole entire series of how to remap your buttons for the most effective way to play a hero. And I know not everyone can get good teammates, like literally everybody, so at least when it comes to this, yeah, it might not change your Overwatch experience overnight, but it might make you a tiny bit better. And that's my goal with my channel, is just to get you one step closer to being better. It's not going to be a giant leap necessarily, but if it's a tiny baby step, then this video was all worth it. And hopefully it did help you in the slightest. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.